So the distributive property is very simple. If I have a number outside of a parenthesis, C plus D, then I have to expand the parenthesis. I have to multiply the coefficient outside of the parenthesis by all the individual terms in the parenthesis. It doesn't matter how many terms there are. If there's a here, let's say x plus y plus z plus r plus s, I have to multiply a by x. I want to multiply a by y. I need to multiply a by z, a by r, and then a by x. That is how it works. Okay, very simple. Let's look at some examples. Alright, so this is a very simple problem. Here we are supposed to solve for x, right? But unlike our usual equations, there is an expression in a parenthesis. And so before we can even proceed to the next phase, we need to be able to remove the parenthesis. And we can only remove that by applying the distributive property. That is, multiply the coefficient of the parenthesis by individual terms in the parenthesis. So here we're going to multiply 4 to x, which will give me 4 times x. And I'm going to multiply 4 by 1. That's plus 4 by 1. And that is equal to 20. So 4 times x is going to give you 4x. 4 times 1 is 4. And that is equal to 20. And so we got to subtract 4 from both sides. This is subtraction property of equality. Or you can also try as much as possible to transpose, move 4 from the left side of equality to the right side of equality. It is plus 4 here, so it will become minus 4 there. Simple. So that is going to give you 4x equals 20 minus 4, and that is 4x equals 16. Now applying the division property of equality, which says that to maintain equality, equal numbers may be divided on both sides of equality. And so this is going to divide by 4 here, divide by 4, and x is equal to 4. Alright, so let's look at this problem. We have 3 parentheses, x minus 2, close parenthesis equals negative 6, right? So we have to multiply 3 by each of the terms in the parenthesis. 3 by each of the terms in the parenthesis. So 3 times x is going to give us 3x. 3 times minus 2 is going to give you minus 6. And that is equal to negative 6. Right? So we can add 6 to both sides. Add 6 to both sides. Or we can transpose this one. It is negative 6 here. So it becomes positive 6 there. It's the same principle, right? So we're going to have 3x equals negative 6 plus 6, which is the same as 3x equals 0. Divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. X is equal to 0. Okay, so let's look at this problem again. We have 12y minus 3 equals 5 parenthesis 2y plus 1 close parenthesis. Right? It's the same thing. To be able to solve this, we should be able to open this parenthesis, and it's very simple. Multiply 5 by this term and multiply 5 by that term. So we keep this constant unchanged here, and that is equal to 5 times 2y plus 5 times 1. So we have 12y minus 3 equals 10y plus 5. Now we can use the property of equalities, or we can transpose, right? We can transpose 10 from here to the left side of equality. It is positive 10 here. It will become negative 10 there, right? 10y, right? That will give me 12y minus 10y minus 3 equals 5. Then we can transpose also this one from being negative 3 to positive 3, and that will give me 12y minus 10y will give me 2y, and that is equal to 8. right? So given 2y equals 8, we can apply the division property of equality, where we divide this by 2, and again, to maintain equality, we need to divide this side also by 2. So y will be equal to 8 over 2, and 8 over 2 is the same as 4 times 2 over 2. So 2 cancels 2, and y equals 4. Alright, so let's look at this problem again. We have two parentheses, but you have to remain unperturbed. We just need to open the parentheses by using the same approach. Multiply this by that, multiply this by this, multiply this by that. Remember, this one has a negative here, so take note of that. Yes, so 2 times z plus 2 times 1, then negative 3 times 4z minus negative 3 times 2, or minus 3 times negative 2 is the same thing, 6x. So you're gonna have 2z plus 2 minus 12z plus 6 equals 6z. Now let's see, 2z minus 12z, they are like 10, so that will wind up as 2 minus 12 is negative 10z, and then 2 plus 6 will give you 8, and that is equal to 6z. This and that are also like 10, so we're going to go this way. So we are transposing 10z from the left side of equality to the right side of equality, so it becomes plus 10z. This is going to give us 8 equals 6z plus 10z, right? And this is now having these like terms on one side of equality, we can add them. 6 plus 10 is 16, so 16z equals 8. And so we divide by 16, z is equal to 8 over 16, and 16 is the same as 8 times 2. So here 8 can cancel 8, and so z is equal to 1 over 2. Alright, so let's look at this problem. I just put this problem because this has a decimal, and then we have to look at it. Yeah, if I was looking at this problem, what you can do is to change the decimals into a fraction or a whole number, right? So we can multiply everything here by 10 because this is in the 10th, right? So 10 times 0.2x plus 5 equals 10 times 10, right? And this will give you 2x plus 5 equals 100. Then we can expand the parenthesis, this and then that. So 2 times x will give you 2x, 2 times 5 will give you 10, and this is going to give you 100. Subtract 10 from both sides, and this is going to give you 2x over 90. So you divide by 2, x equals 45. Alright, so let's look at this problem. All the decimals are in tens, so we can multiply each term by 10, right? This will give me 250, this will give me 3, this will give me 5. I just multiplied by 10, this will give me 400, right? So we can open the parenthesis, this will give me 250, this will give me 3x, this will give me negative 300 is equal to 30,000. That's 5 times 6, 5 times x minus 400. So let's look at what we have here. 250 minus 300 will give me negative 50, and then 3000 minus 400 is also going to give me 2600. Then we're going to transpose this and transpose that. So this is negative 50, which will end up as positive 50. This is negative 5x, which will end up as 5x. So we have 3x plus 5x equals 2600 plus 50. So this gives me 2x equals 2650. So x will be equal to 2650 divided by 2, right? So you can do it this way. 2 goes into 2000, 1000, 2 goes into 600, 300, 2 goes into 50, 25, and that will give you 1325. You can also punch your calculator if you have it. So this brings us to the end of solving equations that has parentheses. I could go on and on and on, but I hope that the concept that I want to put across here is well understood. If you have any homework that you need help with, you can send them to serendipitymedia.2022@gmail.com. I'll respond to it as soon as possible and then help you out. Also, thanks for supporting my channel, for subscribing and then turning on the post notification button. Share this to someone who may need it. I really appreciate